Well, it's been far too long since we just had a good old-fashioned layout update. So let's jump straight in, shall we? Hi everyone and welcome back to Fairview. It really has been a long time since I last did one of my layout updates. It's just that time of the year where I've been busy with work, the end of the academic year, and working away from home a bit. But now that things have settled down, I thought you might like to see a few things that I've been working on just in the last week or 10 days or so as I finally started to get back to the layout. So starting here with Ferguson Refrigeration, and the obvious change is that we now have a fence around the perimeter of the premises. This was 3D printed by my friend Ben and even has little operating gates. Need to just touch them up a bit yet, but that now means that cars can be spotted here in the facility without any fear, I guess, of people coming and pinching things. I don't know, but obviously the fence makes for a nice little operational detail, and I've also 3D printed a traffic cone, which I've seen prototype pictures of industries that use those painted blue. Might add the white high vis reflective striping on it as well. All just little things that add to the operational side of the layout. So that's an enhancement in and around that facility. Means that things are coming on quite nicely there. If I pan back just a little bit, or pull back and then pan across, I guess, you might see too that I've finished the backdrop in this area. I had a few things just temporarily blue tacked in place before, but I've printed off some more areas of this mountain landscape that I found online. Some of it's been mirrored. I've layered some parts and things, and it's all now stuck to the back. Just there you can see I'm beginning to experiment. That's just a very quick black and white print of some forced perspective shots of some other industrial units that will be behind where the layout runs through. So that's got to be done yet. But I think that all looks quite good now. Hopefully you'll agree. It just gives you that extra bit of perspective, at least certainly when you're focusing on the trains, which is the point after all. Your brain just kind of registers that there are mountains in the background. So that's great. I'm happy with that too. And then finally, if I just come round here, I'm conscious holding on to my phone that if you pan round too quickly it gets quite horrible for people watching. But if I come right round to what is effectively the end of this portion of my shelf layout, I've just mocked up, this will be a project now for the coming weeks, a new overpass, what I'm calling Juniper Street, passing over the top of the Aspen Grove Industrial Spur. And of course that area then acts as a nice view block to trains coming in from this shelf I've added, where I just set up the trains for a session. And then the final thing that you might just be seeing here is that one project I've kind of kept ticking over this past month is to finally get going with some of the buildings that are in the Walthers chemical plant kit. One of those things, my kind of patented 1 hour project idea, where just occasionally when I was home and I didn't have any work to do, I thought, right, well, I can just make, yeah, look, one little outhouse or one bridge with pipe work. And the reason I'm doing this and mocking this up, it's not going to be here in the end, but this is the beginnings of my glass plant. And I've mentioned this once or twice now, just starting to think about this being a bigger industry somewhere on the layout, although if I'm honest, I don't quite know where just yet. But at least by starting to put the various buildings together, I'll be able to start planning that in advance of finding a spot on the layout. So that's all I have got to share with you just at the moment. In a sense, it's not much, but looking across into this corner, oh, the white balance has gone funny, sorry about that. And looking across into this corner, it does at least really look quite nice and finished in this area. Of course, there's lots I still have to do, bits of grass and vegetation still. I've got to sort out this car parking area, and I want to get the lights on Ferguson Refrigeration working, but at least it's coming along, and it means that I will soon, oh, my camera really doesn't like some aspect of shifting around, there we go. It does mean that sooner rather than later I can also come round to international paper here. So that's it for now. Not very much, I'm afraid, but I hope you can see that there's been some positive progress. I'll finish with some shots of just a little solo switching session. I think it's probably going to be slightly out of order now, with the cars from the session sort of spotted there before I stopped to film this bit. But as always, please do give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and I'd really appreciate your comments. And although I've got some holiday coming up where I'm away, I really hope to start making some serious progress on some other areas on the layout here, so keep your eyes peeled for another update soon. Thanks as always for watching, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.